my lovies. How are you today? Today, I am going to read you a story called A Best Friend for Francis. My mommy read me this story when I was a little girl, and I liked it very much. And I read it to my children when they were little, and I think they liked it very much. And now I'm going to read it to you. Do you know why? Because I love you. I love you, oodles, and I love you, scoodles, and I love you, bags full of noodles. And there's nothing I wish more than that you were sitting on my lap right now and I was reading you this story. But we have to do it this way today. So here we go. You ready? I am. Here we go. This story is called Best Friends for Francis. And it's written by Russell Holbein, and the pictures are by Lillian Holbein. Best Friends for Francis. That's Francis. It was a pleasant summer morning, so Frances took her bat and her ball and some chocolate sandwich cookies and went outside. Will you play with me? Frances's little sister Gloria called to her as she was leaving. No, said Frances, you're too little. Gloria sat down on the back steps and cried. Frances walked all the way to Albert's house singing a little song. Sisters are much too small to throw or catch or bat a ball, are really not much good at all except for crying. When Francis got to Albert's house, he was just coming out. He was carrying a large, heavy-looking brown paper bag. Let's play baseball, said Francis. I can't, said Albert. Today is my wandering day. Where do you wander? Asked Francis. I don't know, said Albert. I just go around until I get hungry, and then I eat my lunch. That looks like a big lunch, said Francis. It's nothing much, said Albert. 4 or 5 sandwiches, and some apples and bananas, and 2 packages of cupcakes, and a quart of chocolate milk. Can I wander with you? Asked Francis. I only have 1 lunch, said Albert. I'll bring my own, said Francis. I'll run home and get it right away. No, said Albert. I think I better go by myself. The things I do on my wandering day aren't things you can do. Like what? Said Francis. Catching snakes, said Albert. Throwing stones at telephone poles. A little frog work, maybe. Walking on fences and whistling with grass blades. Looking for crow feathers. I can do all that, said Francis, except for the frog work and the snakes. That's what I mean, said Albert. I'd have to ruin the whole day showing you how. I'll see you tomorrow. And then Albert went off to wander, and Frances walked slowly home with her ball and bat singing, Fat boys that eat too much lunch can't do anything but munch and crunch and play with snakes and frogs. When Frances got home, Gloria said, Will you play ball with me now? You can't bat and you can't catch, said Frances, and you can't throw either. I can if you stand close, said Gloria. All right, said Frances, and she played ball with Gloria. The next morning, Frances went to Albert's house. Albert was going to play ball with his friend Harold. Can I play? Asked Frances. She's not much good, Harold said to Albert. And besides, this is a no-girls game. Can't I play? Said Frances to Albert. Well, it's a no-girls game, said Albert. All right, said Frances. Then I will go home and play a no-boys game with my sister Gloria, Mr. Fat Albert. So ha, ha, ha. Frances walked home, and as she walked, she sang, Boys to throw and catch and bat, all our friends that Mr. Fat Albert will have from now on. He'll not have me. When Frances got home, Gloria said, How did you play so fast that you're home so soon? It was a fast game, said Frances. You're lucky that you have a friend to play with, said Gloria. I wish I had a friend. I thought Ida was your friend, said Frances. Ida's away at camp, said Gloria, and when she is here, she only wants to play dolls or tea party. She never wants to catch frogs or play ball. Can you catch frogs? Asked Frances. I use Father's old hat, said Gloria. Shall I show you how? Later, said Frances. Do you want to play ball? All right, said Gloria. If any boys come, they can't play, said Frances, and I think I will be your friend now. How can a sister be a friend? Asked Gloria. You'll see, said Frances. For frogs and ball and tea parties and dolls, said Gloria. Yes, said Frances. And will you show me how to print my name, said Gloria, and tell me that the letters and numbers say and what letters... Wait, I have to start that over again. My tongue got all caught. And will you show me how to print my name, said Gloria, and tell me what the numbers and letters say when I make letters and numbers? Yes, said Frances. Then you will be my best friend, said Gloria. Will it be just today or longer? Longer, said Frances. And today we are going to do something big with no boys. What? Said Gloria. We're going to have an outing, said Frances, and there will be a picnic and songs and games and prizes. Mother helped Frances and Gloria get everything ready, and she packed it in Frances's wagon. Best friends outing. No boys. Then Frances and Gloria went off to the outing. In the wagon was a picnic lunch and a hamper. There were also 2 burlap sacks for a sack race, an egg for an egg toss, and a jar with 2 frogs in it that Gloria had caught for a frog jumping contest. There were balloons and lollipops for prizes, and Frances had made a sign to carry on the outing too. It said, Best Friends Outing. No boys. Frances and Gloria held their sign high, and as they passed Albert's house, Frances sang, When best friends have an outing, there are jolly times in store. There are games and there are prizes and there's something more. There's something in the hamper that's very good to eat. When best friends have an outing, it's a very special treat with no boys. What's in the hamper? Asked Albert as he came running out of his house. I don't know, said Frances. Nothing much. Hard-boiled eggs and whole fresh tomatoes, carrots and celery sticks, and there's some cream cheese and chive sandwiches, I think, and a cream cheese and jelly sandwich too, and salami and egg and pepper and egg sandwiches, and coleslaw and potato chips, of course, ice-cold root beer packed in ice, and watermelon and strawberries and cream for dessert. That's a lot of food. And there are other things that I forgot, like black and green olives and pickles and popsicles and probably some pretzels and things like that. There are salt and pepper shakers and napkins and a checkerboard tablecloth, which is the way girls do it. Can I come along for the eating? Said Albert. You mean outing? Said Frances. Outing, I mean, said Albert. Can I come along? That wagon looks heavy to pull, and you know you'll probably get tired out unless I help you. I don't know, said Frances. You can see from the sign that this is a no boys outing, and it's only for best friends. What good is an outing without boys? Asked Albert. It's just as good as a baseball game without girls, said Frances, and maybe a whole lot better. Can't I be a best friend? Asked Albert. I don't think that is the kind of thing you can do, said Frances, and it would ruin my whole day to have to explain it to you. Can I skip a page? No. I can do it, said Gloria. I can be a best friend, and I can catch frogs, too. I can catch frogs and snakes, said Albert. Let him be a best friend, said Gloria. He can show me how to catch snakes. I'll get my snake pillowcase right now, said Albert. Well, I'm not sure, said Frances. Maybe you'll be best friends when it's goodies and the hammer time, but how about when it's no girls' baseball time? When we are best friends, there won't be a no girls' baseball time, said Albert. All right, said Frances, and she crossed out the no boys on the sign. Then they started off again. Albert pulled the wagon to the outing while Frances and Gloria walked ahead with the sign. Oh, that was fun. The snake and 2 frogs. The outing place was at the maple tree on the hill by the pond. Everybody had a good time there. First, Albert caught a snake for Gloria, and then they played games. Gloria won the sack race, Francis won the egg toss, and Albert won the frog jumping contest with a fresh frog he'd caught right there at the pond. So everybody won a prize. Then Francis made up a party song, and everybody sang it. When the wasps and the bumblebees have a party, nobody comes that can't buzz. When the chicks and the ducklings have an outing, everyone has to wear fuzz. When the frog and the snake have their yearly clam bake, there's plenty of wiggling and hopping. They splash in the pond and the marshes beyond, and everyone has to get sopping. And at the best friends outing, said Albert, everyone has to eat, don't they? Yes, said Francis and Gloria, and they opened the hamper. Maybe we packed too much, said Francis. I'm not sure we can eat it all. Well, that is what best friends are for, said Albert, and he quickly spread the tablecloth. I will help you finish it all. And that's what Albert did when the picnic was in place and the hamper was not too heavy at all anymore. Now that's what I call a good outing, said Albert, and he gave Francis and Gloria a ride in the wagon, and he pulled it all the way home. The next morning, Albert came over with a bunch of daisies for Francis. What are the daisies for, said Francis. Well, said Albert, we are best friends now, and I am a boy, so that makes me your boyfriend. That's why I brought you these daisies. Thank you, said Francis. Then Gloria sat down on the steps and cried. Why are you crying? Said Francis. Because now you have Albert to be your best boyfriend and bring you flowers and play ball with, said Gloria, and you won't be my best friend anymore. Yes, I will, said Francis. And besides, I'm not sure that I'm going to let Albert be my boyfriend. Then let him be mine, said Gloria. Not so fast, said Francis. It was only yesterday that you got big enough to play baseball. But I'll give you half the daisies that Albert gave me. So Francis gave Gloria half the daisies, and Gloria stopped crying. And then Harold came over, and everybody played baseball. Gloria, too. And that's the end of the story. That story was called The Best Friend for Francis. Do you know what kind of animals Francis and Gloria are? They're badgers. A badger is a fuzzy animal that lives in the woods. These badgers are very friendly badgers, and they go on picnics and catch snakes and frogs, and I think that's very lovely. I hope you enjoyed this story. I did. I like this story. And you know what I like even more? You. I love you. I love you, a bushel and a peck. You bet your pretty neck I, bet your pretty neck I, bet your pretty neck I do love you.